everyone, it's Mike Johnston from CMS Critic. Today I'm in the Architech offices here in Toronto, and I'm going to be speaking with a representative from DotCMS as well as VP of Sales Tyler Davey from Architech. So we're going to start off by chatting a little bit. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself and Architech. We'll go from there.
Yeah, sure, Mike. So my name's Tyler. I head up our sales and business development departments here at Architech. Architect is a full-service agency and solutions integrator.
Okay.
We do a lot of work around world-class engineering, so building of complex systems through our clients that we work with. We have a full experience design agency, so we focus a lot on trying to determine the right experience that humans should have with technology. And then we underpin all of that through our work as an innovation partner with our clients. So we like to bring a lot of new technologies to the forefront with our customers, things that they may not be thinking about how to use, or technologies that are still in beta or alpha. And we pin that through an R&D department that we have in our company that is inventing technology over the next couple of years to really focus on human experiences with technology.
So you guys are dealing with, obviously DotCMS is an open source product. You also do a little bit of work with other open source products such as Red Hat, correct?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about why you guys feel that open source is a good methodology?
I think the word community is probably the best word when you start thinking about why open source is great for development organizations and engineers around the world. There's nothing better than being able to actually talk and converse with the product teams that are building out a product. And when you are looking to enhance and build out the experience behind that product, the features that they have, the functionality that exists, having that ability to tap into a full service community around the world really changes the game for companies like ours, where we often have clients dictating what they want that products may not always have.
Right.
So partnering with someone like DotCMS, who is a full open source Java CMS product company, they allow us to, when we have challenges or issues, dive deep with their teams, dive deep with their CTO, figure it out collaboratively, and we know when that next release comes out, we've got a little bit of our hooks in there to support with our clients.
So why specifically DotCMS? I mean, there's obviously a lot of different open source CMS providers out there.
Yeah.
What made you decide you wanted to partner with them specifically?
First and foremost, the product was solid. When we put it in front of our engineers, they ran it against a lot of other competitors. They found it better than anything they'd been working with. And we have, as you can imagine, a lot of engineers, they like tools, but they don't like to be encumbered or handcuffed by the tooling they have. And they found DotCMS to be the most flexible tool to work with. That was the first. The second thing, whenever we're looking to partner with somebody, we look at the people that we're going to be working with day in, day out. Can we work well with them? Can we work productively with them? Will we be able to pick up the phone and call them and discuss challenges that we're facing that we should jointly try to resolve together? And never once have we had an issue working with DotCMS every step of the way. So when you combine the fact that I've got the thumbs up resounding from my development teams, and then the thumbs up from my sales, my business development, my partner teams, my marketing departments around partnering with DotCMS as a business, it became a hands-down no-brainer on our side.
Very cool. So one of the other things that I think is interesting to kind of get some feedback from people on, I mean, there's a lot of buzzwords going around the industry, specific stuff like customer experience management, web experience management, and the integration of marketing with CMS, that type of stuff. What are your thoughts on where things are going? What do you think is kind of going to be the next kind of stage of evolution?
So that's an interesting one. So a large part of our focus is around how we can use products into a platform to create experiences. And when we look at experiences, really we're not looking at point experiences. It's a transitional experience from every device that a consumer would interact with on a day-to-day basis. So it has to hit your phone, it has to hit your tablet, it has to hit your watch or your new wearable that you're wearing, it has to hit your laptop screen. Everything that you're touching throughout your lifestyle and your life cycle in a day is an experience and touch point that companies have. And so when we look at trying to build something out like that, central to that is the content that gets distributed, and then how it gets distributed through a platform to make it easy for content authors, for marketing companies to be able to define and re-explain those experiences exactly how they need to be experienced on the device the consumer is using at the time they're using that device is central to what the next year, 2 years looks like for marketing-based companies or any company that is marketing out to a consumer. Fun part with DotCMS is it kind of enables a lot of that stuff, either out of the box or because it is open source, we're able to tailor a lot of what we're trying to do across those channels to suit the experiences our customers are demanding.
So what do you think is the biggest challenge right now that you have? I mean, with when it comes to CMS, there's a million different integration points, right? That we've got ERP systems that have to be brought in, marketing systems that have to be brought in, and you see a lot of the time there are big solutions that are out there, and I'm not going to mention any names, but where the customer is required to kind of buy up. Yeah, get everything in one package, right? Mm-hmm. So do you see it as a challenge to be able to integrate all these different platforms? And then for you guys specifically as Architect, what do you bring to the table that differentiates you as a partner? I guess you're a Platinum Partner now, but if somebody decided they wanted to go with a specific .cms partner, can you sort of tell everyone why they should choose you? How are you going to help them overcome whatever challenges they might have?
So 2 questions there. So I think the first on challenges that we seem to encounter, it's actually kind of along the lines of what you said. A lot of people get into this fear mode where they've pre-bought a big packaged product. Yeah. Too much stuff is in there right now, too much content, too many rules, too many workflows, and they don't feel like they can unshackle themselves from it. And when you start to guide people along how you can do a robust systems integration and deployment, and start bringing in point solutions that help enable them to be more flexible and nimble in the future, that starts to get them over that fear. But it's convincing people that what you bought 10 years ago doesn't define you today and shouldn't define you tomorrow. What should define you is the strategy that you're going on and make sure you have the technology there. What we do is we come in and figure that stuff out. Okay. So where we add a lot more value, I think, than other CMS partners may add, and I'm sure there's some great partners out there, we don't focus strictly on CMS. We scale out across the spectrum. So we are just as adept at deploying kiosk-based solutions, tablet-based solutions, and mobile-based solutions as we are at delivering Internet of Things solutions, going out and deploying sensors and heat cameras, eye tracking software, as we are to deploying websites. Right. And so because we can cut across those spectrums, and our foundation has always been around engineers, our CEO and CTO were both engineers and worked on a lot of complex systems, that kind of underpins our ability to walk into any scenario that we're faced with and go, okay, we kind of understand what you're talking about, and let's strategize on how to make this better for the long term.
Perfect. Well, excellent. Maybe you can quickly just say, if people want to learn more about Architect, how can they find out about it?
Yeah, sure. So if you want to learn more about Architect, feel free to come to our website, www.architect.ca, or give us an email, info@architect.ca, and we'll be happy to have a chat.
Right on. Well, thanks very much for the chat. Appreciate your time.